welcome back to my YouTube. It's your girl Honey. Welcome back, and those of you who are new, welcome. My channel here, we talk about everything astrology, and those of you who don't know, I'm currently studying psychology and counselling, and I like to infuse the two together. I carry out astrology readings. I've also got a team of astrologers and tarot card readers, a palm reader, all available on my website, honeytrapastro.com. Make sure you check that shit out. And also I've got a podcast on my website as well, so make sure you are checking that shit out. I've got articles, everything is on there and is constantly updated. Now, if you're new here, make sure you like, subscribe, share. Make sure you are clicking the notification bell so you are the first one to be here. So people, today we are doing a very interesting video. I'm talking a lot about Neptune because this is where I specialize in. And Neptune is definitely one of those weird planets. It's a weird planet. And I was really inspired to make a video talking about Neptune because I had someone pop up in my DMs, and you know, she came to me and she had a question. And her question was, hi honey, I've had a few readings in the past by the people before, but I was left very disappointed. Could you help me? Because you specialise in the 12th house, Neptune, and I don't know what's going on with me, but I need someone to confirm things. So I was like, okay, you know, let me talk to her a little bit and figure out more on whether I could help her. Just because I'm an astrologer doesn't mean that I'm here to help every single person that comes to me. Speaking to her, she would mention that she's going through a difficult time, going through a bit of depression, and you know, I empathize so much with her. And she was a Gemini moon, okay? And this is something I've seen with Gemini moons, Virgo moons, Sag moons, and Pisces moons. When it comes to depression, depression usually stems from the moon. And I've made a podcast talking in depth more about depression. So if you guys want to check it out, make sure you guys go and subscribe on my website to go and listen to that. But she was confused. She just wasn't sure where she was in her life right now. And she was a Gemini rising, right? I think she was a Gemini rising, but she was a Gemini moon, and her sun and her moon was in her first house, and she was going through a Neptune transit. So I had to ask her, I said, well, what do you want from the reading? And she wasn't entirely sure what she wanted. So that automatically got me feeling, okay, I don't think I can do the reading for her, because I have it pretty clear and set out on my website what I offer. Now, if people want other things, hit me up beforehand and I'll see if I can do it for you. And when you're going to readers, you have to be sure what it is that you want the reader to do, because this is what happens, is where you get disappointed. So when you say things like, well, you know, I'm quite an intermediate in astrology, you know, can you touch base on this areas and that areas and da. Or I don't know anything about astrology, can you teach me this, can you teach me that? If you verbally say these things beforehand, then the astrologer can do the reading based on what your needs are, if they can, that is. But you got to give them the opportunity to, before you know, go out there and bash them after, oh my God, it was a terrible reading, blah, blah, blah. You have to give them the opportunity to do that. And that's when she, you know, it just clicked with her, like, oh yeah, you know, maybe I should have asked or said what I wanted from the reading. So she, you know, we were still talking, and she was just saying, I just want clarity. I'm not sure if it's the Neptune this and the Neptune that. And that's why I said to her, look at what's happening with Kanye West. Those of you who don't know, Kanye West is a Gemini sun. He's got a Pisces moon. And right now, we have Neptune transiting in Pisces. So it's going to be squaring mutable people. Most of you anyway that will have a mid-degree, okay, your Neptune's going to be squaring that particular planet somewhere on your chart. And if we look back at Kanye West's history, we used to love Kanye West, right? He used to be fly. You know, he was definitely someone that we was all looking at as being the next fucking Tupac. And it's crazy, I was having a conversation with Gemini Brown a couple of weeks ago, a week or so ago, because Kanye West just had a new interview come out. And Gemini was like, yeah, look at this interview, tell me what you think. We was just having a conversation.
Wake up, Mr. West, wake up, culture. Wake up, everybody think they so woke, but they following the rules of what woke's supposed to be. Hip-hop ain't never been about following rules. It's been about doing what you feel. I'm gonna take the Louis, I'm gonna throw it like this, I'm gonna do it with the polo, I'm gonna do it like this. Even like the way I talk. Hold on, let me use my African-American voice. Let me use my Disney approved voice. voice. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We're not even speaking in our own language, bro. Like, we talk louder than this. Africans talk louder. Italian moms talk loud. We talk louder, but we speak in our corporate voice. Or we don't want to ruin the deal voice. Or this why, bro, I love y'all, man. And I love me. And I love Christ. And y'all should love to see this. I'm not gonna tell y'all what y'all should do. I'm just doing what I do. If you love it, then cool. If y'all wanna rap me, it ain't gonna make a difference. Honestly, I done been killed so many times on social media, and I'm still here.
And I was like, looking at Kanye West, when he speaks, right? He's got his Mercury in Taurus, Gemini Sun, Pisces Moon. When he speaks, I have to search for what he's saying. It's not making no fucking sense. And that's why I think having the Neptune energy, being a Neptunian myself and specializing in the 12th house, I'm having to really search and scrape for what he's saying. But he's talking so much sense. But I'm having to search and scrape for it. And the people that can't search and scrape, they're looking at it as face value. Like, Kanye West is fucking crazy. And this is why Kanye West has been saying he's been dealing with bipolar, mental health disorders. Because it's the Neptune energy that comes into play. And Neptune and it's crazy because what Gemini also mentioned, he was like, look, you know, when you look back at his old interviews, you'll see that he talks about being the next Tupac. And Kanye West has Jupiter conjunct his sun. That intensifies the ego. This is what Gemini Brown was telling me. He was like, yeah, you know, he's got a big ego. He wants to teach people. He wants to teach. Of course he wants to teach people. Of course he does. But his Gemini, his Jupiter is in Gemini. So it makes him be someone who wants to communicate so much. And he wants to teach. But it's going to come across as being very arrogant or talking about the wrong things. Gemini Brown also said, he was like, look, man, he's got to stop talking. And I was like, exactly. He needs to stop talking. The whole purpose of Neptune is supposed to put you in a state of isolation. And with it being squaring your moon, this is a time where you feel guilty for feeling your emotions. You feel guilty for not knowing how you should be feeling. This state of confusion, because Neptune always brings confusion. It always brings confusion. And how I picture Neptune is whatever Neptune is an aspect to, natally, you know, transits, solar returns, you name it, right? It is going to cloud that house or that planet with smoke. So that planet's confused about, damn, how do I express myself? Where do I go? That's what happens here. And that's why when it comes to Neptune, you guys have to learn to turn inwards and express yourself in a way that is practical, especially if Virgo is in the mix. That's very practical, but also beneficial for you. So I said to the girl who came into my DMs, I said, look, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna help you. And I said this because I didn't want to just be like, oh, let me just do the reading for you because you've come to me. But I had to say to her that you need to dive into something that you enjoy doing alone. Isolation is going to be her best healer. And although she's a Gemini rising, that's not normal for Geminis to be in isolation. Neptune is going to make you feel confused about how you feel. And it's crazy because yesterday I was chatting to my Virgo moon friend, and she's going through a lot of health issues right now. You know, she's just going through a lot of health issues. To fix it, she just has to stop doing something. But she was saying to me, honey, I don't know why I can't stop. I just can't stop. I can't stop doing it. Why? What's going on with me? I can't stop. And she's, you know, Sag Sun, Virgo Moon. And obviously with Jupiter also in Sag, Jupiter's currently conjunct her Sun, squaring her Moon. She's having a hard time not overindulging in a particular area, and it's affecting her health tremendously. But she was also saying, honey, I can't stop. I don't know why. I want to, but I don't know what it is. I just can't. And obviously she's not into astrology, so I can't really explain to her what's going on. But she has Neptune squares, and Neptune is always going to show, I don't know what the problem is. I don't know what it is. What do I do? How do I fix this? And I always say with Neptune, it's a lot deeper than the surface. And you've got to figure out how to make Neptune conscious, because Neptune is an unconscious planet. You've got to sit down and think, what things do I enjoy doing? How can I escape from my emotions right now into something that's going to be practical? People that are dealing with the Neptune squares, the mutable signs, I feel right now is the perfect time to dive into something extremely creative and get lost in your unconsciousness. Dive into holistic healing. Start taking relaxation teas. Go into herbs, right? Start taking lavender. My friend was like, oh, I drink lavender tea now, or got some lavender spray or something. I don't know what it was, but you've got to find alternative methods to calm your energy. Neptune squares are hard. I've got the conjunction natally, you know, and there is just this confusion, you know, of what do I do with my life, you know, how do I do it with my emotions right now? Dealing with hormone issues, oh my God, you know, especially the moon, especially women, yeah? You know, this is the time to look after your menstrual cycle. When Neptune comes into play, it definitely creates a health issue, and it tends to be hormone related that you're not even aware of. How the hell do I manage this? What do I do? Take your time, man. Take your time and deal with it. But this is the time for isolation, okay? Isolate yourself by doing something creative. Like I said to my friend, she loves writing. And I said to her, just start writing a book. Like, jot down, like, start publishing a diary and make it so it's not available for everyone, or make it so it's private, no one knows that it's you. But you need to have a creative outlet, and this is what tends to help. So, and this is the thing, right? Remember I was saying about this girl this client who hit me up, and I said, I can't help you. But it's not always, and this is the thing about getting a reading. We are just here to make you conscious of your chart. Okay, depending on what reading you're ordering, okay, we're here to make you conscious of your chart, but you are in charge of what you do after the reading. We can't fix your depressions. We can't fix how you're feeling. We are just here to make you consciously aware of it. So now we've given you the information. What do you do now? You are the person that can do something. We can't do stuff. So I thought I'd make a video just talking a little bit about, you know, Neptune aspects, the mutables, a bit of Kanye West, and a client who just wasn't sure what she wanted. I hope that's given you guys some clarity, and you guys enjoyed the video. Please make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment. You know how it is. Take care, people.